Welcome back to another episode of our Think Differently videocast. Today we're doing a knowledge share, né?
Knowledge share interview, yeah.
Yeah, interview with another up-and-coming entrepreneur, Mr. Moghurt. That's how I refer to you, Mr. Moghurt.
Well, it's not. Listen, there's a name.
No, wait. You do a proper intro. Let me do my intro because I'm really stealing the spotlight. So I hope everyone is good here.
Yeah.
Right. So, on to you, Mister.
Yes.
You can do your intro now.
It's not Mr. Moghurt. Yeah, so my name is Khauhelo Lefoka. I'm all the way from the East Rand, and I'm the founder and CEO of a brand called Moghurt. Yeah, that's been my baby for the past 2 years. But yeah, we're just going to conversate about that and let's see what we get out of it.
For the past 2 years, you said, bro.
Yeah.
So before we get into this brand, right, which I'm very interested because Johnny was giving me a short run around about it before you came through, bro.
Yeah.
Where did you start before this and what led to the brand, bro? And the products as well.
Yeah, so my background is, I'm from an IT background.
Okay.
So I was a project manager for the telecom space.
Nice.
I've been in that space for like a good 7 years. And I know it's like how to get juice and IT, but yeah.
And project management.
And all that stuff. So yeah, that's been my life for the past 7 years before I started the business. And then we got hit by the beautiful thing called COVID, isn't it? And that's basically how I came about to start the whole product. So it started off me literally just selling yogurt, and I had lost my job.
Okay.
So I was like, okay. My missus was pregnant with that little sunshine of mine there. And then I was like, okay, how do I make some income in the meantime? And that's when I started selling yogurt. And the name behind Moghurt was that I was selling yogurt. And my son's name is Mohau, so it's M-O, Mohau, yogurt, Moghurt.
Yeah.
That's how it came about. So we were selling yogurts for a good first half of 2020. And of course, and then I started having interest in producing my own yogurt.
Okay.
But at that point in time, it was too much of a risk to get into the yogurt space. One, the milk politics. Two, electricity, it's not stable enough. And just the machinery itself is too costly to get into it. So, but with that interest of trying to, feel the market as to how people are going to, react to the product. So we thought, okay, let's try something else. We call it the Moghurt Creamy Bar, which is in essence an ice cream dessert. And we used to sell it at some events actually, social events, parties and stuff. But again, lockdown came about, restrictions, so we couldn't go to these events anymore. So that ice cream shandies needed to be put on ice. No pun intended there. But and then we proceeded. Then in November 2020, we introduced the Moghurt Dairy Blend. So this has been our bread and butter ever since. So the thought behind it was I lost a job, had to find an income, and this was the income and this is the product.
Bro, that's so wild, bro. Okay. So my understanding is, bro, how did yogurt become a selling point for you, bro? Like there's so many things to sell, you can sell bread, for example. Everyone needs bread, bro. Everyone needs everyone needs milk, bro.
Sure.
How did you get yogurt, bro? Because me specific, I don't eat yogurt. Right?
Okay.
Maybe because I'm lazy, bro.
Okay.
So now eat it quick, bro. This looks nice.
Sure.
So why yogurt, bro?
Yeah, so I mean, again, it's something that literally fell on my lap, right?
Okay.
And as I was busy investigating as I was busy selling it, I saw a lot of people liking it,
Yeah.
Like, why, it seemed like you, like, why would people like yours so much? Right? But because there are people that are interested and people buy the things in buckets. And in fact, we used to sell it in 5-liter buckets.
Oh, yeah.
And that's how many people used to actually buy that product.
Yeah.
So I was like, I need an income. People love this thing. Let me stop my jazz. Let me just, continue doing it. Yeah, and only to find out that actually it's one of the most competitive spaces in it, right? There's so many competitors out there that I didn't even know. Because when you think yogurt, you just think of one big guy, right?
Yeah.
But once you get in there, like, flip. I didn't know there's so many people that
that
are doing so much of the same thing. And that's how the culture then started, the whole reselling thing, the whole selling and wholesale. And look, I know nothing about retail, right?
Okay.
I'm just a guy from...
I was going to ask.
Yeah. I'm just a guy from an IT space or project management space. Nothing about the terms, the jargon in the space. But again, because of the will that you want to learn, and somebody instilled this bug into me. So for me, entrepreneurship or getting it to be in this space was never ever a goal. For me, it was just...
wasn't the plan.
Yeah, it wasn't the plan. For me at that point in time, it was just, find something for now.
Yeah.
Until you get a job.
Yeah.
But the job market was like, nah, that's not happening.
Yeah, that's a tight time also, bro. They were so tight.
It was so tight. And obviously that kept me keep on going on.
Yeah.
Because when we used to sell it literally at the intersections, right? You know what, like stand there, like the street vendors, shaggies.
Wow.
And while I was standing there, some guy came through. And he's like, is this your brand? I'm like, yeah, it's my brand. He's like, listen, we can do something nice with this brand, right?
Okay.
And he says like, where do you want to see yourself? I'm like, dude, I just want to share.
provide,
I just want to provide, And he's like, nah, man, you can, get distribution and distribution deals and all that stuff. Like, okay, things I didn't know about, but okay, let's see what he did. And he came into the team. His name is Sia Machigi, by the way, and he got my first Pick and Pay deal.
Oh.
Right in the township, right. So it's like, okay, so this is where he's trying to do. This is where he's seeing the product beyond where I'm envisioning.
This is where you see it, yeah.
Yeah, and ever since then we started saying, okay, let's find a model. That's when you started looking at the model and find the whole dynamics in it, and yeah. I must say it's been a bumpy ride, still is, but we'll get there.
Yeah,
we'll get there.
Definitely.
So I was gonna ask, you said you have an IT background, eh? In your IT experience, are there any like transferable skills that you've been using to try to propel your business?
So it's more of see, in IT is all about problem solving.
Yeah.
Right. So you need to find solutions in every instance. So whatever IT or app that's coming in, it's coming in to solve a solution or solve a problem rather. And for me, that's what business is in essence, right? Each and every single day there is a challenge and there is a problem, and you have to have the strategic way of thinking to say, how am I going to solve it? And then it also ties in with my project management skills as well to say, you need to have a plan in every day, which is also frustrating from a project management background because, in project management you've got a plan and you need to implement that plan.
Yeah.
But in business you'll have the plan and then boom, COVID hits you. Boom, looting happens.
Yeah.
Boom, all these things that you have never even mitigated or had a mitigation plan for. And then you have to, stand on your feet and start to think. So in terms of IT, it gave me the ability to just have the ability to think and find solution as quick as possible for it to thrive, right? And then project management is just the discipline to ensure that whatever happens, you have to
follow to the plan, yeah.
Because the reason I'm asking is because, often as when you start a business, or what I see online most of the time is anyone has a business, once they start making a few coins, they start to, I'm going to say the wrong word, they start to disrespect people who are in the 9-to-5 space. Not forgetting that the 9-to-5 is like a training hour.
It's what actually taught them a lot for where they go.
It's transferable skills.
Exactly.
So
in fact, even with that discussion to say disrespecting 9-to-5, the 9-to-5ers are the ones who buy the product.
Right?
So it's a whole chain reaction type of thing. And you're right, people tend to forget about that space. That space played a crucial part in empowering us and giving us the knowledge that we have. And never disrespected, ever.
Yeah. Should we ever go back to corporate?
No.
Even if someone came now and said
no. In fact, every time,
But why though? Is it because like is philosophically speaking, do you believe this is more value for your time?
Sorry about that. No, man. I think for me, times get hard within this business thing, right? And there are times where you feel like, oh man, let me just dust up that CV of mine and then you go submit. But as soon as I do that, like a migraine just hits me, dude. Like I just get a bit of depression, because I think the bug has bitten me now. And because I know
entrepreneurship bug.
and just having the knowledge and the plan as to where I want to take this product, I just feel like a 9-to-5 will set me back. In terms of also time is concerned, this needs you to be hands-on. But yeah, so that's the main reason. It's just for time's sake.
Because it does take a lot of time.
It takes a lot of time, and I don't think I'll be able to. It'll be unfair to the employer because I wouldn't dedicate my time there. I'll just be there waiting for a paycheck. But yeah, so it's just a time thing. I just need time. So that's the main reason why I won't go back.
Okay. No, but it makes sense though. I mean, like if I think about, because I'm still in corporate, right?
Yeah.
And when I think about corporate, like a lot of people, I see them working a lot of extra hours. And the way I know myself is I have a cut of time because I need to focus on my outside business interests, right?
Sure.
For me, it's like, listen, guys, if we're doing 9 hours today, we're doing 9 hours. I can't do a 9 hours 5 minutes.
For sure.
That 5 minutes is enough for me to go ahead and think about my plan for my business on the side. So it does take up a lot of time, bro. So I can believe that, especially in IT, bro. That's a lot of extra hours,
lots.
Because sometimes you need to put out the fire when it's after hours.
Of course.
So yes, I get that, bro.
Yeah.
So, bro, tell me a little about your products, bro. So what goes into your products? What's different about your product?
What is this?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a dairy blend, right? A dairy blend is basically for those who need to understand who we're competing with. Remember we were doing the whole yogurt thing, it was the cost thing that came in, the ice cream, lockdown. This was literally something that we wanted to keep the brand alive, Moghurt name to be still alive for when the other products come in, right? So when this one came in, it was like, okay, let's find, because all these other products have been on hold, let's find something else that can keep the name alive. And when we met with the food, do we call them food engineers or food masters, whatever they are?
Yeah.
They were like, okay, here's another product you can try. And we tried it out. In fact, when this one was coming about, I met a gentle brother who was trying to do protein shakes, right?
Okay.
And he wanted to do a yogurt shake infused with protein. Yeah. So he was still trying to play around with that idea. And he's like, listen, how about you try dairy blend as well? While he's trying to figure out his list. I'm like, okay, let me try that. And then I like the taste, I like the benefits, I like, okay, stick to your protein shake shandies. And then I'll continue with this. So that's what we do. So we competing with the likes of those guys, those guys that claim to be smooth.
Yeah.
But we are more smoother. Right? And yeah, so that's the brand, or that's the product at this point.
Okay.
Yeah.
So to the viewers out there, like what's the, like you say, you didn't list, in fact, you say there's some benefits, that supersede your Tropikas and the likes. What are some of those benefits? Maybe someone's out there trying to figure out, hey, I'm trying to lose weight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. So we have less sugar content. In fact, we are on the national required sugar within the product itself.
Oh, okay.
Because the country is trying to, in fact, the country is trying to get away from so much sugar within products to fight obesity and all that stuff.
Okay.
So they in fact even introduced sugar tax. So the likes of Coca-Cola and them are the ones who are feeling the sugar tax because of their sugar content. So we luckily, because our product has so much or less sugar rather, we don't fall under the bracket because we are within the national restriction of sugar.
Okay.
So we give healthier alternative in that sense.
Yeah.
Because we also want to give you a healthier, lifestyle type of thing. But it's still delicious. There is sweetness, but nice sweetness.
Yeah, but I feel like that's good though, bro, because I mean, sugar people don't realize how much sugar there is in everything that you take, bro. And I've realized it now when I've reduced my sugar intake. So now if I even have it like 2 spoons of sugar, it's like, yo guys, you're trying to kill me, right? You're really trying to kill me. I have to have like just a pinch of sugar and I'm good. Anything more, I can taste this thing is too much, bro. So when you get off it, you can actually realize how much
sugar.
So you 0 sugar? Zero?
No, not 0, bro. I still like I do a pinch or whatever.
Okay.
So if I have like coffee, I normally put like half a teaspoon.
Half a teaspoon?
Yeah. So I've tried like.
You might as well not put anything there. You're just wasting sugar.
No. I need that slight sweetness. I tried no sugar. I swear. I didn't like the taste. It's messing with my coffee. I was like, I need some sugar. Bro.
Yeah, sure.
But the thing about sugar, bro, is that it's like you said, it's in everything.
It's in everything.
Even medication, you understand?
Exactly.
So it's like, and the way I'll call them food scientists for that. The way they've rebranded it now, these sweeteners and these different types of sugars. So it's impossible to
stay away from.
But even when we trying to get away from sugar in its totality and bring in things like sweetness. Other stuff as well. The thing is, we tried to give it 0 sugar. Didn't work out. We tried, there was what do we call it, a visco. So it's like liquid form, sweetener. It gave us aftertaste and people like, it has an aftertaste. So we unfortunately had to go back to standard sugar to maintain the same level of deliciousness.